What's going on, everybody? We back again. Another episode of Coffee Talks where I'm curating some of my favorite coffee and leadership talks from some of my favorite people. Today, we're talking about this roaster out of Virginia. It's called Rooster Coffee. Cool little story about this coffee roaster. They actually have a licensed childcare facility inside their company for their employees. So they are all about the good coffee and the good work environment. And this Peru is something that you should definitely try. Great packaging, but the coffee's even better. It's really fruity, but also clean. It's not an overpowering coffee. When I talk about fruity, it's kind of like some strawberry, apple-y vibes. Not overpowering, but it is really delicious, delicate. I want to encourage you to try it. Peru coffees are what I'm talking about. All right, let's talk about some leadership. Again, we're in the 21 Laws of Irrefutable Leadership by John Maxwell. Remember, I'm giving you a 30,000 foot drive-by view. So it's like your Costco samples. You get your little taste buds a little excited, but it ain't like eating a meal. So if you want to get some meat, buy the book and read it. But we're going to talk about the law of influence today. John says, if you want a good definition of leadership, simply this. Simply this is leadership is influence. Nothing more, nothing less. You can't call yourself a leader if you're not influencing people. You can't say I'm a leader because I have some title. You're a leader because people actually want to follow you. And the greatest leaders can actually influence people outside of their organizations. And I love this story John uses. John used this story in 1994 at the National Prayer Breakfast. So this is in Washington, D.C. President Bill Clinton's there. Vice President Gore's there, their spouses, all these politicians in the room. And they invited Mother Teresa to be the keynote speaker. Now, Mother Teresa, if you don't know, one of the most influential people in the world. Like, people look at her as the highest of highs of humanitarian, led some of the greatest movements for orphan care and those that are sick in some of the most destitute places. This woman did and accomplished so much. She's so inspiring. She gets up and speaks and she's talking about love people and love each other and value each other and help each other. And everybody's clapping and applauding. And then she makes this statement. Watch this. She goes, I feel the greatest destroyer of peace today is abortion. For like 1.3 seconds, there was silence. You could hear a pin drop. And they say all of a sudden, people start applauding. And then you look over at President Clinton and Vice President Gore and their spouses, and they don't move an inch. They were signing bills at this time to make abortion legal. It was a big, huge controversy. And yet she speaks this whole event. And what most people, if they would have said that, it would have been a hostile place. People would be out to get them. There would be picket signs. It would be this place. And though people strongly disagreed with her that was sitting in that room, none of that took place because she received respect. Why? Because she was a person of influence. See, influence has this ability to rise above opinions because your life speaks louder than what other people may have different opinions in, because you influence from a place on the inside, not just on the outside. That's why you need to get this in your spirit. Here's what I understand. John says like this, true leadership cannot be awarded, appointed, or assigned. It comes only from influence. You can't mandate it. It must be earned. If you want to be a leader, you got to earn the right to be a leader, and you earn that right by your influence. I love this quote. Stanley Huffy says, it's not the position that makes the leader, it's the leader that makes the position. Right? Sometimes we think if I just got that promotion, if I just got that job, or if I just got that title, that ain't gonna make no difference in the world. It's how well you lead that makes all the difference in the world. So the question is, why do some people rise to leadership and why do some people don't? Well, John gives us a couple reasons why. Number one, it's all about your character. Who are you on the inside? Listen to me, competency is great, but I will always choose character over competency. You could train competency, you can't train character. Character always is the factor that goes into the greatest decision you make. Number two, relationships. It's who you know. Listen to me. If no one's following you, you ain't a leader. If you going somewhere and you turn around and nobody's behind you, what's that quote say? You just going for a walk. You could say you're a leader all day long, but if you ain't leading nobody, you ain't a leader. You got to pour your life into people. You got to invest in people. People got to look at their life and go, I'm better because they're in my life. Number 3, knowledge. It's what you know. Listen to me. Knowledge alone is not enough to make you a leader. But if you don't have any knowledge, you're not a leader. Leaders are growing. They're constantly getting better. They're learning. Be a person that hungers for growth. Number 4, intuition. It's what they feel, right? You're feeling the temperature of your organization. You're feeling the morale and the momentum. You're feeling whether or not there's a change coming in season. You start feeling what's going on inside of things. And it's your ability. What can you accomplish? What can you do? Can you come through and deliver on results? Are you talking a lot about things, or are you accomplishing some things in your life? We want winners. We want to follow winners. And that's what leaders do. They win. Now, here's the question. How do you start applying this to your life? Well, here's what I want you to do. I want you to start rating yourself. Go through your life and say, how is my character? Am I above reproach? Ask yourself, how are my relationships? Am I pouring in, investing in anybody? Am I mentoring people? What's my knowledge? Am I growing? How's my intuition? Am I feeling things? Am I starting to feel that? What's my ability? Am I accomplishing tasks? Find your lowest area and work on it and get better. Hey, listen to me. We are going to change the world when we do our part. So let's drink some good coffee and let's have some good influence. Till next time, pray God's peace.